Wait, Sile just texted me. He said, I just saw Miley Cyrus at Panera.
Bro! First Scarlett Johansson and now Miley Cyrus. This man,
Shut
get
up.
him back inside.
Hello and welcome back to the Kindred Spirits Club podcast. Whoop whoop. We're on episode 3. Hailey.
Is it technically episode 3 now?
I guess technically. I think we've recorded more than 3 times, but
yeah.
I mean, whatever. If we go by per recording, we're on like 20 at this point. Last time we recorded like 7 long clips, and some of them were lost and not retrievable.
Lost at sea.
So
been having the worst time trying to stitch everything together, but she did a phenomenal job. Our editor-in-chief.
Thank you. There's still so much more like juicy, wonderful content from that episode too. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to keep it somehow.
But do like a 2.5. It's like a half part episode.
Yeah. We should think about that. Because obviously we have such an audience and so many listeners desperate.
Didn't they do 1 and then
Lion
2?
King 1.5. And
then like years later they were like 1.5 from Timon and Pumbaa's perspective. And they just fucking threw that shit in there. That'll be October from episode 2 is our Lion King 1.5.
You just unlocked the most. Dude, Lion King 1.5?
I liked Lion King 1.5 better than Lion King.
Lion King 1.5? Are you kidding me? Lion King 1.5. I remember watching that so many times. And it being like so confusing to my little brain because it's like basically a commentary movie, like where they just have commentary on like what happened in Lion King, and that was just like broke my little brain. I don't even.
Oh my god! It prepped us perfectly for the Marvel Cinematic Universe being like constantly back and forth. What the fuck is going on? What's happening?
And like re-examining key events and like or reinterpreting them. But that was so crazy. Like that was so good. Oh my god, I gotta rewatch that. Lion King 1.5. Speaking of animated classics, the announcement yesterday that Shrek 5 is coming out was dropped. It's coming out July 2026, so 2 years from now.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Oh my god.
I'm like, way to drop like we're having a party, it's gonna be sick, but see you in 2 years.
It's like GTA 6 or whatever. They announced it's like 2 years away. What the fuck?
You're like, I mean,
don't even announce it that far out, for real.
It's kind of like, is it kind of like announcing your wedding in 2 years? You're like, okay, maybe we'll still be friends, maybe we won't. Maybe
announce the engagement, but like wait to send out, official like word of like, hey, the wedding's happening. You don't tell people when the wedding is going to happen 3 years in advance. You just tell them that it eventually is going to happen.
Yeah.
You just post something that says Shrek 5 in the works. And then everybody's like,
yeah. Instead of like a we're in post-production, we'll be in post-production for the next 2 years kind of situation. Is this going to become a Shrek podcast? Because I feel like last also last time we just popped up on Shrek. Okay, well, in the land of news and movies and stuff, well, actually, wait, I want to know, what do you feel like is a good time to send out wedding invitations? Asking for a friend. I may or may not have particular stake in this question, but I'm just curious what you think. What's a good time?
Oh my cat is going to knock everything over.
Giz.
Breathe into the mic, child.
Every single time you record, Gizmo is like...
he is the nosiest person I know, dude.
I am the star. He can sense the camera.
Yeah, he's an extrovert. For
sure. He's an extrovert.
You sniff? Oh, the purr. Oh my gosh. All right, get back up there, child.
That was amazing. I wish that like I could purr.
What were we talking about?
Oh, sorry.
Wedding invitations.
Yeah, what's a good time?
3 to 5 months in advance.
Okay, that's fair.
Longer for like long distance stuff, but I mean, really, like 3 to 5 is pretty, I feel like, average.
It's July. It's fine. But I asked ChatGPT and ChatGPT was like, it's a little early. You need
No,
like 6 to 8 weeks. I said,
Chat
"Chat,
GPT can fuck off. They're not paying for flights.
right?" I was like, "Who?" I'm like, in my entire life, when have I ever gotten a wedding invitation 6 to 8 weeks before the wedding? Like, that
And
is
been able to go.
and been able
That's
to
the
go.
kind of invitation you send people if you want no one to show up.
Yeah, I think that ChatGPT just wants you to have no friends. She's just trying to like eradicate all human relationships. She has an
Make these
agenda.
people put them against each other.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's not even long enough to like find an outfit
Yeah.
or book a flight or anything. So this morning I was on Snapchat. So fun fact, Hailey and I are on Snapchat and we don't care that you think we're too old for it. It is the most efficient way to send
Too
media.
people think we're too old for Snapchat.
I don't know. I mean,
We raised Snapchat, bitch.
we
We we were
we
there since
made
the dawn of the
we
ages
were
with
there
Snapchat.
when we're older than Snapchat. We existed. We made Snapchat a thing. No, I just feel like I've gone in and out with Snapchat,
Yeah.
whatever. But now I feel like, oh, this is where everyone like 16 and younger is. And also the like explore page or whatever the discover page is just like it's just
That shit
atrocious.
sucks so bad. I hate it.
It hurts. It's so bad. It's like a mixture of like social media clickbait and just like I don't know, like video games or something. I don't even get it. Like it's so bad. It's like comically bad. The clickbait is sorry Snapchat, don't
I
sponsor us.
am a little bit ashamed to say I'm a big fan of like blackhead popping videos.
Oh
And
yeah.
so I'll scroll over there and
Yeah.
there'll be something put up there
Yeah.
and you have to click through like 14 like of stories that someone has posted of nothing related to it and also 17 ads for Nike. I'm like, I am not buying athletic shoes. I am
Show me
not
the
an athlete.
pimples.
Fucking give me Dr. Pimple Popper on Snapchat,
Oh
okay?
my god, I love
Please.
her. I literally
So
love Dr.
I try
Pimple
not to
Popper.
use Snapchat except to send you snaps.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like I don't care what anyone says. It's the most efficient way to send media back and forth. Like even WhatsApp we use, like I'm just like this is too many clicks. I need it just to open and me just to get
And
started.
particularly if you're just trying to send a video, like if you're doing a voice
Yeah.
note or a text message, it's whatever. Like trying to type on Snapchat, too much. But if you're taking a little video of yourself, it's going to take you 15 minutes to send
Yeah.
like an hour long video versus you could record 70 snaps back to back
I
and they
know.
all send
It's
immediately.
so quick. And it's not like I need to store all of them. Although the
Yeah,
ones
no.
you've been sending me lately, I'm like, I wish I
It's
could
the whole
store
reason I
this.
send them over Snapchat.
I know. And I'm like, this bit, what did you? Okay, so this morning I was snapping you because I found this like random shelf cool thing. It's behind me actually on my walk. And this doesn't illustrate how cool it is. But I'm like fixing it up and I was like, what should I do? And I opened your snaps. And you had this whole take on Starry because the snap before I sent was like, I ate a brownie for dinner. I don't feel good, but I'm washing it down with a Starry. And you popped off on Starry.
Your Starry? Is that like knockoff? Is that what they replaced fucking Sierra Mist with, bitch? We don't associate with Starry. They took my homegirl, Sierra motherfucking Mist, out the lineup and replaced her with fucking watered down Starry? You might as well drink a LaCroix, a LaCroix, little TV static juice. Starry. I don't even know you. Who are you? Ugh, Starry.
And it was so funny. You were like, who's she? Who's Starry? Is that the bitch that replaced Sierra Mist? Like you had a whole
Fuck Starry, dude. It tastes like a cup of Sierra Mist that you let the ice melt in.
Oh my
It's
god.
fucking
Oh my god.
watered down,
Wait,
half
wait,
the
wait.
carbonation.
Wait, can you hear me? Stop, stop, stop. Wait, Sile just texted me. He said, I just saw Miley Cyrus at Panera.
Bro! First Scarlett Johansson and now Miley Cyrus. This man,
Shut
get him
up.
back inside.
Text me the details and I'll regale the pod. We're
Oh
recording. I
my
love you.
god.
Bye. He goes, she's so glowy and hot. LOL. So she's the same in person. Got it.
Got it. Got it.
Okay,
Just
sorry.
as
Please
beautiful in real
continue.
life.
You were popping off on Starry, and I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a
We'll come
minute.
back to the ScarJo story because
We'll come
yes,
back to ScarJo.
Sile saw Scarlett Johansson
And
on
we
the
have a
walk.
new saga in the Sahil meeting people randomly
Yes,
in
exactly.
LA.
Okay, so Starry replaced Sierra Mist. We don't like
Yeah,
it.
I fucking hate that for Sierra Mist. Sierra Mist was delicious and a perfect equal to Sprite as a child.
Perfect.
Like there was no, in my opinion, no difference between the two. It wasn't like a Coke and Pepsi situation. Like you could get Sprite, you could get Sierra Mist. Either were perfectly fine. Now they took Sierra Mist away, replaced my homegirl with fucking Starry. Tastes watered down, nasty. It tastes like you mix Sierra Mist with a. Is it LaCroix?
Sierra Mist is, or may she rest in peace,
May she rest in
our
peace.
beloved Sierra Mist.
Sprite still be popping off though. Like if
Sprite
you're
is
ever
just
just like, it's definitely not good for dehydration. But if you're ever just
no,
like
no.
hot outside and you stop by a McDonald's and you
Oh,
get a fucking Sprite, that
oh,
shit is crispy.
goes so hard.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
I love it specifically after Taco Bell. Like
Yeah.
specifically, I'm like, I want a Sprite, and now Taco Bell has Starry, so I'm like, they
Yeah,
used to have
it's
Sierra
fucking
Mist.
nasty.
But for a
But
second,
everything, every single drink at Taco Bell is like fucking watered down and nasty because that machine, I don't know what they're doing to it. The
I
only
know.
thing that like actually has flavor is the Baja Blast, which I know is
Yes.
everyone's favorite, but I don't like it. But it's
Yes.
the only thing that has any
I don't
flavor.
get it. I think anything that's that color, I'm like, I don't know why, but like evolutionarily, I'm just like, no, you're not
It
supposed
comes
to
from
be
all the cartoons we watched as a kid. Stuff that color is not meant to be eaten,
right.
okay?
I'm like,
Like
it looks
toxic sludge green, toxic sludge teal. No, thank you. The Joker threw Batman into a vat that was that color. And
right.
like he threw somebody in a vat that was color and their skin melted off. I'm not putting that in my body.
That's so okay. That's it. It's the cartoon, the part of our parenting that was just cartoons parenting us.
Yeah, yeah. Like you know
Okay,
how frogs are that color to like warn
right?
people away?
Yeah, like to like don't eat me like I'm radioactive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like all the colors of the Taco Bell drinks are like I'm just like, I just don't think I'm supposed to be drinking something that's color. I will say my younger cousin, shout out Jada, she loves this candy called Toxic Waste. Have you heard of
Yeah.
this? Okay.
Yes.
You
That
have?
was
I
around when we were
it
kids, I
was? Oh,
think.
really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Well,
was
maybe not when we were really little, but like Warheads and Toxic Waste were
oh,
like
Warheads.
one
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
same.
Yeah, so she's eating it. First of all, it's called Toxic Waste. I'm like, we're just we're
It's
fine with
really
the
not
irony
supposed to.
here. We're
Okay,
just
sure.
letting the irony kind of just roll off here. Great. Like but it literally yeah, it's like just neon like gusher looking stuff. I'm like
Yeah.
to be 14 again and just all I want is just candy the color of
Well, to have
it
no
like
concern with what you put in your
yeah,
body.
I'm like I look at that I'm
Like
like
this is
that is
fine.
going to give me a tummy ache. My family loves candy though. If it's like neon sugar red dye 40 fucking gummy salt whatever it is like my grandma shout out Nana her she has like a candy cabinet and
Oh
that
my
gal
god.
is just she's just kicking back the candy like Starburst
Yes.
I don't know I mean Starbursts are fine but I don't know maybe I'm
Oof.
giving takes that are polarizing but I just don't fuck with candy like that
In my
anymore
opinion, that's like a treat when you are like going to the movies
yeah
or you're like going somewhere,
yeah.
like particularly the
Oh, that's a
movies.
good question.
But
When you go to a movie, what do you get?
oh,
Let's
I'm
pretend that
100 years
popcorn is
old
not
and I
$9,
love
but
fucking snow caps, which are just chocolate chips with fucking.
is that where I got it from?
I love snow caps. It's just sprinkles on chocolate chips, but fuck me, they're
It's
good.
so good. Like the texture of a snow cap, dude. It's literally like I could have made this, but I'm gonna pay like 7.99 or whatever for it now. Dude,
They're
I love it.
so
I used
good.
to throw them in my popcorn. Do you remember? I would like sprinkle them in the popcorn.
Yeah, it used to be sour Skittles, and you would just tear the roof of your mouth up on them things. But now it's
Wait,
just
what do you mean
regular
tear the
Skittles.
roof? Like it would be like
'Cause do you remember the texture of sour Skittles?
oh, yeah, yeah, they were, like, kinda spiky
They're
almost, like
like sandpaper in your mouth.
freaking sandpaper. The shit that we ate, I just oh my god. Just ugh. the shit that was like available to us, but also just was so normal to eat is just like preposterous to reflect on. But I wanted to talk about well, okay, so Sahil it created a wonderful segue. So you just saw Miley Cyrus at Panera. I'm so mad I didn't go to Panera. Like, oh my God, she's amazing. I love her. She's so cool. Her energy's so cool. But Sahil's had a lot of luck this week. Specifically, he was on a walk a few days ago. We already spoiled it, but he was on a walk in our neighborhood in the morning and he sees this woman and like with her dog, which is very common, and the dog starts coming up to him and the woman's like, oh, you just go to everybody but me, don't you, to the dog. And when he looks up, it's Scarlett fucking Johansson.
Scarlett fucking Johansson, are you kidding?
Black motherfucking widow. Literally, I mean,
Shock.
so many things. Like, first of all, this happened at like I think 8 or 8:30. He was walking to Panera, his office now. And so that's fine, whatever. But he tells me when we're at Whole Foods for like dinner, it's like 6 o'clock. We're at Whole Foods, like getting some stuff to eat.
It's like,
He's like,
oh,
oh yeah,
this morning I forgot to tell you, but what?
I'm in Whole Foods. Like, excuse me, what? And like, you're telling me this now? Like, I was
Bruh.
appalled. I was appalled. How could you sit on that all day? Like,
Right.
really?
There would be no way for me to sit on that all day. Like,
No way.
I
Absolutely
am
not.
too immediately. Someone needs to hear about this. Everyone needs to hear about it. And
Cool, whatever. Just another day. Like, I guess we're that now. I'm not,
crazy. What?
as evidenced by my Miley Cyrus
Yeah.
reaction, but I guess Sahil is. And then, like, I
He's
felt
just cool as a
so,
cucumber. He can
he's
meet
cool as a
anybody.
cucumber. But I felt so validated because when I told Hailey, oh my God, I want to play the audio.
Screamed on WhatsApp.
Just the freaking scream voice notes that you sent. And I was like, thank you. Like,
I know
this.
the first one was crunchy too because it was recorded on my like car radio
Yes.
audio, and so that shit had been through the
I'm going to add
ringer
it.
before it got to you.
I'm adding it right here. And then it'll play. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking squeeze that in there because it was so funny. And I was just like, I love Hailey so much because like she gets me
I'm
and
giving you the
she
reactions that you want.
yes, and you derive joy and shock and surprise and delight from all the same things that I do. So I wanted to reflect on that and just let the pod know that we are not cool and Sahil is
No.
cool and it's fine. We'll be fine.
I would try so hard to like not be freaking out, but
I
the
know. No.
minute I would have rounded a corner, I would have like
Yeah.
actually, you know the scene in Barbie when Ken goes, excuse me one second, and then he goes around the corner, sublime. That would be me, except it would be me just like screaming at the top of my lungs around a corner, like, oh my god, oh my god. They would be able to
Yeah.
hear me because they're only a block away, and they would be like, is
That's
she
why
okay?
that's why I feel like the universe just won't let us meet famous people because we
Yeah.
will be like a harm to them. Whereas like Sahil gets to meet them because he's just chill. You know what I mean? Like
Because he has no reaction.
he's just like right. And it's like and like good because that person I'm sure she just wanted to enjoy her morning with her
Oh
dog.
yeah.
I had a pretty exciting weekend last weekend. I went to a concert in Berkeley and I saw Noah is it Kahan?
I think it's
Khan?
just Khan. Yeah.
Is it just Khan?
I think
Okay,
so.
sorry if I say it wrong. Noah Kahan with my friend Sohini, who is like a huge, huge, huge fan and knew the words to every single song. And I was like, everywhere, everywhere, wanna love you.
Just vibing.
Like I just kind of knew the basic melody, but did not know that man has very specific song lyrics. Like the references, like you can't fake it. But it was an amazing concert. It
You
was
got to see him with the braids in.
I know he had the braids. He had like little overalls. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Are we falling in love right now?
Little cutie patootie. Looked like he
Can
should
you
be
see
shopping at
me?"
a farmer's market.
Right? I was just like, I would be friends with this guy so hard. Like, love. The concert was amazing though. Like, his music is just really, really solid. Like, his melodies are great. His lyrics are great. He's got a lot of emotion. He does like all these like suspension things that just make you just like feel so ecstatic, and I could tell the crowd was just vibing with it, and it was just a great show. Getting there was another story. We drove from LA. Many
Ugh,
things occurred on the way there,
goodness.
but we made it just in time, and it was awesome, and, I will say that the concert etiquette was exceptional. Maybe the best I have experienced since easily since 2019, but probably even greater.
Yeah.
So I want to get into concert etiquette because you and I are concert babies. Like I literally feel like we
Yes.
grew up going to concerts. Like our
Yeah.
moms were like teenagers essentially when they had us. So they were cool and young and hip and would just like bring us along and or just go to like festivals and we would just so I just feel like I don't know if this is normal, but I know a lot about concert stuff and like
Right.
etiquette and you as well.
Yes.
And like also like what not to do and just like
Ugh.
how to not be at a show and
I
like
don't
be in
know.
public.
Yeah, I don't know when the whole like screaming thing started, but like you know, as kids growing up, like I'm sure, little girls and teen girls were always like screaming at the top of their lungs, like
Right.
bloody murder in between songs. But when did that shit start during the songs? Like, I
I
get singing along. Like, singing along is one thing. Sing at the top of your lungs, sing
absolutely.
off key. It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter. But screaming the words to a song so loud people within like a 30-foot radius of you can't hear the person that they pay. Concerts have gotten way too fucking expensive. If
No.
somebody's gonna scream bloody murder in my ear the whole time, I'm gonna deck them. I paid $90 to be here. 90 plus dollars. 90 is like
I know.
cheap now.
Including I know. I remember when shows were like 40, 45 bucks.
Literally, yeah.
Oh my
20
god.
bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. I remember asking my mom to
Crazy.
go to the 1975 concert at the House of Blues and it was like 45 bucks and she was like, "Psh, that's a lot of money."
Oh
2014.
my god.
Like
The House of Blues in Orlando. Shout
that
out.
was a
Oh,
lot of money. And
shout
now it's
out.
like 90 bucks. You're like, yeah, I guess that's the price. And then the kid two doors down is like screaming the
I
words
know.
the entire
2
time and
doors
you're like,
down.
shut the fuck up, dude. Sing,
Oh.
that's fine. Scream in between,
Yeah.
songs. Scream bloody murder between songs all you want.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
if I can't hear the fucking
I
person
can't
that I
hear
came
the
here to see,
artist. Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah, so it's like that. It's like recording yourself, which I mean, like I've gotten more into that because I'm like, yeah, I like recording some parts and then like rewatching it. Like that's great. Recording like the whole show or like live streaming the show, I've seen that a little bit where I'm just
When
like,
you're trying to look and the person's phone is
is
there the entire
blocking the
time
view.
and you're
Yeah,
like,
because we're
great,
shorties.
super cool.
Great.
Love
I'm
that.
watching the show through
Through
your phone.
a 4-inch screen.
I know. I went to a show once. Actually, it was in Lollapalooza. I saw Maggie Rogers. Love Maggie Rogers. And when she came out, she was such a badass. She was like, "Let's see who came here to take pictures and who came here to dance." And I was like, "Girl, yeah, call him out, call him out. Put the phone away, put the phone away." So it's like a little bit of that where I'm just like, I miss the days of like concerts without phones.
Yeah.
Honestly, like
I
I know
like
that's
taking like a couple of pictures and like
totally,
maybe a video of like my favorite song,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
trying to be like super respectful of where I'm holding my phone.
I just
Right.
remember when it was like there were no phones ever in the
Right.
crowd.
It
Like,
wasn't an
remember we
option.
went to Hilary Duff? That was our
Yes, that was
first
the
concert
first one.
together. That was our first concert, I think, ever slash
That was
together.
my first concert ever. I'm not sure if it was your first concert
I
ever,
think
but
Ashley Simpson was my first concert ever, but I
okay,
was
bad
like
bitch, go off.
11. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we were going young. Our parents were
Yeah.
like, "You can as soon as you can stand and, you're
I think
potty
I was
trained, we're
I think
going."
I was 10 for Hillary Duff. I may have been slightly younger. And then I saw Jonas Brothers, probably 11. And then my first like real actual like not for children concert was Hawthorne Heights
Oh my god.
at the Nintendo Wii tour. Um and they were there with Plain White Tees.
You're like
Um
and this was where you splintered away from me and just
yeah.
became way, way, like, harder than I did.
Oh my gosh, I will never forget. I still remember the shirt that I got at that concert. I remember getting we bought a poster for like $5. And
Oh,
because the
those were the
the
days.
merch guy was like, "Hey, I'll give you this paper and you can go meet the band and they'll sign it." And so I take my little poster and I take my little slip and I go to walk
You're
over there and
all
the
of what, like
security
13 years old?
not even. I had to have been 11 or 12. Like
11
I think
years old?
11.
All of like
I think
70
11.
pounds soaking wet,
Right,
like
right. Um and I had just gotten a shirt from the concert too. It was white and it had I when I tell you I've tried to find this shirt like
oh,
for resale because I love the shirt so much. I miss it so bad. It was a white shirt with like pink and black lettering, like block lettering with like a cool like, block skull on it, and it said Hawthorne Heights, and it was like just a cool logo. And it was huge on me at the time. And so I'm like walking over there with my new shirt on and my poster and my paper. And one of the security guards was like, "No, sorry, like you can't meet the band. They're done for the night." And another security, I walked away, tears in my eyes, tears
no.
in my eyes. And another security guard, God bless this man, comes over and he's like, "Come here, sweetheart." And he takes me to meet the band. I unroll my poster and the whole band signs it. And Casey, rest in peace, drew
Oh.
like glasses over Mikey's eyes
Oh my god,
and
I'm gonna
or
cry.
Micah's eyes. And um, I had the hugest crush on JT at this point, like the most massive crush on JT at this point. And he's like, "Hey, hi, how are you?" And I just am like, shell shocked standing there. I didn't say a fucking word to any of them. They all signed my poster and I left and I just was like shaking in excitement, and that poster hung on my wall till I was like midway through my teens, and then I went and saw them again when I was in my senior year of high school, and I met JT again and I got him to sign a bag that I bought from them. And then I went to another concert and I bought something else that he signed for me.
And that's why it's like I feel like it's just so important. I feel like concerts maybe were less of like a cool social thing. I mean, I could be
Yeah.
wrong. Also, like we were young, but it was like if you're at a show, you like love the artist and you like
Yes.
know their music and you have some emotional connection to their music. And so like the etiquette comes from respect for yourself and like for others like wanting to have a good experience
Well,
because
yeah,
the
and you were there
assumption
because you
is like
love music and you want to
right.
hear it in a live
Oh,
capacity. And I
yes,
feel
love.
like loving the music is less now and it's more like loving the
Like experience maybe of being at a show?
and the person in particular and just like
Yeah.
idolizing somebody and being like, "Oh my god, I get to see them in person," but not really
Yeah.
excited to like hear them in person, if that makes sense. I don't
That's a
know.
good point. How many shows do you think you've been to in your life? That's what I wanna know.
Okay, I'll I'll go down the list to try to remember what all I've
Okay.
done. We did Hillary Duff, Jonas Brothers, Hawthorne Heights. Um, I did the big ticket festival where we saw Weezer and Fall Out Boy. I've seen Ed Sheeran. I've seen who Passenger opened for, and then I saw Passenger
Yes,
separately.
Passenger.
I saw the 1975 twice. Um, I've
Back
done
when they
Hawthorne
were really
Heights
cool.
3 times. Um, this Wildlife twice separately, and then also at Warp Tour.
Ooh, Warped Tour. Oh my
I
god.
saw A Day to Remember in Ocala. Um, oh my gosh, is that it? I think
My butt
that may
hurts.
be it. I don't remember. Oh, I've seen Simple Plan like 3 or 4 times at Disney.
At Disney.
I got a
Dude,
selfie with Pierre.
I love the image of Simple Plan just like, "Hey, dad, look at me." And like you're just at Disney.
It's
Just
such a
like
teeny tiny stage too, and they do like 3 shows a day, and they're like
yeah.
short, and you can hear them from like pretty far away.
That's what I was gonna say because I'm like, are they from Florida? Like I have so
No,
many
they're from
questions.
Canada. They just love to vacation at Disney. It's
That's
their
so
thing.
crazy. That was like my band growing up. That was my like super teen angst. And what is it? Sorry, I can't be
Perfect.
perfect. Now it's just too late, and we can't go
Simple
back.
Plan over
I'm
Good Charlotte any day.
sorry, I can't be. Oh, Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte was good too, but Simple Plan I feel like had the longevity.
They were great. Yeah, like, I'm just like, Good Charlotte, like, I wish that they extended a little, but they just I guess they just moved on.
I
They both
mean,
married
the
hot
yeah,
blondes.
exactly.
Yeah, they
Yep.
were like, we got it. We figured it out." I miss the, like, anthemic, like, triumphantness in their music.
Mhm.
Like, the anthem was so great. "This is the anthem, throw all your hands up." Yeah, I would totally go back to a show. I'm trying to think. Let's see. I went to the Passenger Ed Sheeran concert with you. I remember
Mhm.
that. Hilary Duff, we went to together. I've been to like a bunch of shows I can't remember, but I think it was Ashley Simpson, Hilary Duff. I don't remember after that, but I've seen like LMFAO. Remember when I had an LMFAO phase?
Oh my god, no. I have no recollection.
Really? I was like obsessed with
That's
Red
funny.
Food, the guy with
Uh-huh.
the puff. Did I see I saw as I'm thinking of the House of Blues, I saw Ellie Goulding, which was like
Nice.
amazing. I was
I
obsessed
do
with
remember
her.
your Ellie Goulding phase.
Yes, I had the Skrillex, like, side cut
Oh my
thing.
god,
Oh my
yes,
god,
that's right.
which was a choice. Geez, that was a choice. Yeah, I was obsessed with Ellie Goulding. It was basically just, like, Tumblr stuff at the time, but yeah, her show was amazing. I saw Imagine Dragons, and that was one of the first times ever that I was like, you can have such a deep experience of, like, connection at one of these shows. Like, when you really know all the music and you connect with the artist. That was at House of Blues. I remember I met them after the show, and I remember, like, I was so moved that I said to the lead singer, I was like, "You're a poet, man. Like, you're a poet."
Poet. I cannot with you. Oh my god.
Literally, me, 17 years old, being like, "You're a poet." And they came out and they, like, signed my phone case, and I'll never forget because they signed my fucking phone case, and I woke up and it was all wiped off because it was one of those, like, Sheen plastic phone cases, and I was like, "It
Oh
was
my
just a
god.
dream." I didn't get a photo. I don't think I got a photo, but yeah. I don't know, man. It's too many to count. I saw like Trampled by Turtles. I know you don't know who that is. I've seen Ava Brothers. I've seen a bunch of genres like Street Dive. I saw Harry Styles. I just saw Noah Kahan.
Jealous about that one.
The Harry Styles one.
Infinitely jealous about
Okay,
Harry Styles.
yeah.
Oh, One Direction.
Taylor,
I saw
One
One
Direction.
Direction.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna say One Direction.
Oh man.
I didn't see them, but you saw them,
I
right?
did. Wow.
And
Talk about concert etiquette. Another thing.
where?
Don't
Oh my
hold big
god.
fucking signs when you're in the fucking nosebleeds, dog. No one's gonna see it.
And
Ollie
you're just
Murs opened for One Direction,
my
and a
god,
couple of little
Oliver's.
teen girls, like little teeny bopper tweens,
Oh
were
my
standing
god.
in front of us, and whew, I've never
Yeah.
wanted to yank a fucking sign out of a little girl's hand before.
There's so many things now that I'm like,
Blink 182 and My Chemical
"Oh,
Romance.
Blink-182." Dude, Blink did, like, a surprise show at, like, a Denny's a few
What the
months
fuck
ago.
is up, Denny's? Yeah,
Yes.
I talk about that all the time.
Oh, you do? You know
I
about that?
quote "What the fuck is up, Denny's" all the time. Nick and I say it to each other like at least 2 or 3 times a
What
week.
the fuck is
"What the
up,
fuck is up,
Denny's?
Denny's?"
Oh my god, I want that to be the intro. Anyway, yeah, we could talk more about it. What's been on your mind this week, though? I feel like, mostly my week has just been, like, wedding planning and, like, we finally sent out invitations. Now I wanna change the fucking invitation design,
You're
though, like,
killing me, girl.
I know, it's so painful. Oh, you know what has been up this week is your horoscope game. You have
Oh,
been,
yeah.
like, telling me who I am via horoscope, and I'm just like, "Why is this so painfully accurate?" I should read the most recent one you sent. Like, it's
It's just 2
literally us.
screenshots of our compatibility on
I know.
CoStar.
It's literally us to a T, though. It's, like,
Yeah.
scary to me how accurate it is. Like, the one where it's like, I have the big ideas, but I don't really, like, know how to execute them, and then you're, like, more practical, and you're like, "Okay, wait. Okay, so Taurus sticks with ideas that makes sense to you. Or wait, your Mercury's in Taurus, meaning your intellect is extremely practical and deliberate. You stick with ideas that make sense to you once you've thought them through. People like to hear what you think because of how practical you are, though you may seem narrow minded. Sometimes other people have difficult time understanding you. Their Mercury is in Libra, meaning their intellect sees both sides to every situation. Yes, they're a charming and diplomatic relativist, searching for balance in every set of ideas, though this may come off as insincere and indecisive.
Yep. Well, it's funny
Me?
because our suns are in the same signs as our Mercuries. So
Right,
you're Libra Sun, Libra
right.
Mercury, and I'm Taurus Sun, Taurus Mercury.
Yeah.
So, and I think
So,
Mercury is what, like the house of decisions or something like that. I think
yeah,
it's
it's
what
like
it
how
said.
you communicate, talk, think, and
Yes.
process
Yeah.
information. And I love at the end it says, "You don't really understand how each other thinks."
That
You
is
may have to
true.
make some adjustments to how you naturally communicate. Like, yeah, like I feel like I it's like but there's so much love and like time
Well,
that
and
we've
yes, we've had so much time to figure out, like,
yeah.
when you say XYZ, what do you actually mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And because we've had like 27 years of experience with each other
Yeah,
doing that, like the hurdles have been they're
right.
back there. We've
It's like
jumped
a
over them
marriage.
forever ago.
Yeah. No, that one was funny. That one was like, yes, I'm definitely indecisive and like just kind of like say stuff. And I'm like, man, maybe. I don't know. And you're like definitely more practical. The other one was we have similar dispositions and interests. Oh, we express ourselves differently. You are
Mm.
reliable and sure of yourself, while they can be wishy washy and indecisive. Girl, there's never been a truer sentence. I'm
You
sorry.
constantly are like, how are you just like you're so self-assured your whole life. You've been sure of yourself.
You have though. This you're going to a Hawthorne Heights concert at like 9. Like you have always had such a developed point of view on things. And I'm just like, I don't know. This week one of my friends called me a leaf in the wind character and I'm like, yes. I'm a leaf in the wind. They look to the future with a sense of possibility while you ground yourself in the present moment. So this is you.
Yes.
Very much so. Like I'm just like maybe one day the podcast will have 100,000 subscribers, and you're like, maybe we should just have fun with it today. And I'm
You're
like,
like, what if I
yeah.
spent 3 months in France? And I'm like,
What if
what
I
would
go?
huh?
Not an
Why would you
actual
do that?
conversation we had this week.
What if I just wanted to go to France for 3 months? I'm like, okay, so plan for that. But like, what do you mean? What if? Don't get caught up on the what ifs.
I'm like, I just want the option, not the.
What
That's
if you got
me.
lost in the Amazon, bitch? What do you mean? What if?
I know. I just want the option. I don't know. I don't want to actually do it. I just want the possibility to do it.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we have common taste for sincere engagement. You'll be able to help them develop boundaries and make decisions, and they help you push you out of your comfort zone. And I was
This
like,
this wedding
that
has been pure proof of helping you make decisions.
good. Yeah, literally. Like I'm just like I can't make decisions. I honestly don't think I could have done this without you. But don't make me cry. We'll talk about it later.
uh,
But I love that last one where it was like push you out of your comfort zone. And I responded, I was like, push you out of your comfort zone into the pool so you finally learn how to swim. That was me. That was me actually doing that. Um, yeah, that was our week. I still haven't watched The Bear.
what a disappointing outcome.
I know.
Of you not watching The Bear is what I
Oh,
mean.
of not like what happened,
No, you've been
or
busy.
both.
I don't blame you, but at the same time I'm like,
I
hmm,
know.
when is when is she gonna hmm,
Hmm.
when is she gonna get around to it?
Yeah. Oh. Oh, what about regarding like wedding stuff? We were talking about this week about like underwire bras.
Oh, dude.
No,
Who
I know. Just take a moment. It's a
what
lot. Underwire bras. Like
why? Who? How? When?
my
All of the questions.
my main question is why though. That's
Yeah.
my main one. It's like in the year 2024, why? Why an underwire bra?
I fully understand like the girls that need extra support and whatever, but I
Shout out
feel
to
like
me.
we we send people like into outer space and like we still can't
Okay.
find a better solution to like holding tits up than putting plastic and metal boning that digs into ribs and anybody who's like, oh, it shouldn't do that, fuck you. First off, it does. It does. I have tried every band size, cup size, shape of underwire bra, and every single one of them makes me feel like I am like being strangled.
Right.
Like, why is it hard to breathe in them?
It's also like the marketing, like they're always marketed as like this revolutionary solution.
This one is going to be the most
This is the
comfortable bra you've
one.
ever worn. And you get it
Right.
and you're like, no, it feels like an underwire fucking bra.
It's the same thing. Yeah, it's like, how is this revolutionary? You're still using the underwire. You're still using like some kind of polyester or cotton situation. There are still straps with adjustable thing. Like I'm just like, how is the physics different? You
The
know, like
strap is
maybe
never wide enough either. It's
also
either like
that.
super, super wide for like sports bras or teeny,
Yeah,
teeny, tiny. And I'm like, okay, I know I don't have a lot going on here, but that doesn't mean my strap needs to be like a
I know.
pencil thickness. Please give
Don't you
me a
know?
larger strap.
No, it's just pain. You wrote the Venn diagram of stiletto wearers and underwire wearers is a circle.
It is, dude. That's those people have to be the same people. The same
This
people
is
perpetuating the sales of stilettos have to be perpetuating the sales of underwear bras. Like,
yeah, like just you enjoy like the
who's
thing.
choosing to
Yeah.
oh
I'm not
god.
doing bras lately. Like I mean, mostly I'm just like working from home anyway, so I'm kind of just chilling with the no bra thing. But yeah, when you stop and think about it, I'm just like, I've evolved out of that. It's just you're right. There's one that fits. Bralettes forever. If you
Let
like
me
your
go to Walmart
underwires,
and get my
rock them.
Hanes lightly lined, no
Yeah,
underwire bra for like
yeah,
$18 and call it a fucking day.
and call it a
I don't want to
day.
spend $400 on a bra that's like,
Yeah.
this is the most magical. It's going to be so comfortable. You're going to feel like you. And also, like, push up bras feel like your tits are in your throat. So, who's wearing those?
Oh, I forgot about push-up bras because I was like, aren't all bras push-up
Complete.
bras?
No.
Because the like,
The push up
but
bras
those
have
are
the
like
extra padding
extra.
that make it like.
It makes me feel very Bridgerton when I have, you know
I
what I
would
mean?
rather wear a corset
Oh
than
yeah,
a fucking
we
underwire
were
bra
like,
because at least there's a reason your like posture's improved.
oh, that's funny. What we were talking about this week because we were talking about that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean where Elizabeth is in the corset and she's like, I can't breathe, and then she like falls over into the ocean and they like save her and stuff or whatever. That's how I feel wearing underwire bras. This week I wrote the phrase backpacking through Europe. I don't know what I meant by that, but
I don't
sure.
know. Well, because when you hear maybe it's poor people. When you hear the phrase
Probably.
backpacking through Europe, I'm thinking fucking hiking. I'm thinking
Right,
like
you have like a
thumb
pack.
out, like
Yeah.
hitchhiking, backpack
You got
on. No,
toothpaste
for
and
rich people, that
underwear.
means you're just traveling with a backpack and
Interesting.
like flying and taking trains and stuff. You're not like hoofing it through the countryside
Right. Like
to
or
get to the next
not
country.
even a backpack. Like you got suitcase. Like you're
Right.
just going to Europe. You're
Yeah.
just that's
Yeah.
just what it is. You and your
Backpacking
bags.
around Europe means different things to
Yeah, I am
different
intrigued.
demographics of people.
I'm gonna do more research on that. And then I
I'm
wrote what
sure nobody actually, well, I shouldn't say nobody. I'm sure nobody in their right mind was like, I'm going to go backpacking around Europe and then took a backpack and actually hiked around Europe.
yeah,
But,
because like trains and
right, right.
and just like where did the phrase come from? What does it mean?
It
More on this
means
at
traveling
time.
around Europe with just like one backpack, like basically just a personal item,
But
no carry on.
not like a camping backpack? Like a pack?
Correct. No, they don't
Just like a
mean that.
regular
That's what every poor person thinks they mean because that's what it sounds like.
oh, but
But
it's literally
because
like
backpacking sounds like hitchhiking, but
right.
it's not the same.
Yeah, it's like you just have a personal item and you just bebop around and you go to that's nice. Suitcase changes the whole tone of the trip. If you're wheeling that shit over the European cobblestone, you're on a vacation is
Me
what
and
you're
Nick
on.
with 3 suitcases coming out of
Yeah.
Waterloo and going, fuck, these are stairs. We gotta find, we gotta find the ramp, and
Oh
then
my
finding the
god.
ramp and having to walk around the entire
That's
building, and
so
it's just fucking
real.
cobblestone, and it's like this,
Yeah, and it's like the
shaking your
loudest experience. You've like alerted everyone within a 5-mile
yes.
radius that you're not from here.
Embarrassing, but I'm not taking a taxi 2
No.
blocks. It's
No,
not
no, no.
happening.
You gotta walk, but
You just gotta
it
walk
is
with my
one of those,
embarrassment.
like yeah, I feel like it's one of those, like, American rites of passage of just, like, you get to England or Europe with your big ass suitcase and just have to wheel it because you don't wanna walk, and then you don't really, like, have a hit like, metro, you're like, "Meh, that's too much to figure out," and then it's like,
Oh, no,
yeah.
we went on the underground.
Well,
We
with
figured
your
it out.
suitcase? Well, in
Yeah.
the UK, it's really easy.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we flew into London Heathrow, and then we took the Elizabeth line to, uh, like, Paddington, and then Paddington to Waterloo.
Yeah, girl, I see you.
So we were,
You're
like,
London.
fully on the underground, like,
Yeah,
the tube. We
the
were fully on the
tube.
tube with 3 giant suitcases, and everyone is like,
I know, and they hate you, and they can tell that you're not from here because you have so many giant suitcases. I will say Europeans have teeny tiny little suitcases. I'm like, what
little
is
square ones. I'm like, "Where do you even
teeny
get a
tiny
square
little
one?"
first of all, where do you get the square one? Second of all, what are you putting in there? Every single time. Every time. When I was in France, I was just like it was just I saw this woman, she had a coat, she had a scarf, and a teeny tiny little suitcase, and I'm like, "You are a fabulous woman.
I've
What
got
is
4
in that bag?"
socks in there. That's it.
I'm like, "Are you just wearing the same outfit every day?" I genuinely it's the teeniest, tiniest little suitcase I've ever seen. I actually have one, and it's just for my shoes.
I
Like, I
saw a man
have
with loafers on hoofing one around, and I was like,
oh,
"What is in there, dude? You're too fancy for that."
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, is it just like a day trip situation? I don't know. Next time I'm gonna stop and ask them because I really wonder about this, and this is like a universal experience. What on earth is going on in the House of Commons? No, what on earth is in your teeny tiny little bag, sir? I
Go
put
go to the streets like, what is it,
oh
Billy Eichner? Or
yeah,
is that
like
is that his last
yelling
name?
at them. I
Yeah.
don't know what his
"What's
last
in
name
your
is.
suitcase?"
What's in your suitcase?
Eichner, I think, is his
How do
last
you
name.
feel about gay people?
To the streets.
The original Man on the Street. Now Man on the Street is like you go to like New York and there's like
And it's every
600
3
people
blocks.
every
There's
3 blocks. I want to talk about what happened to the In Loving Memory rear window vinyl stickers.
You just moved out west, is what happened. Too far west. You skipped over the Midwest where it's probably super, super popular. But
I is that what it is? Cuz
you just moved
I
out of the
don't
South
see
and
them
you skipped
anywhere.
over the Midwest.
So they're
And
still alive and well in the
oh,
South.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Huh.
Ladies with their crickets making them things daily. Everything
Them
that
things
Cricket
is
sells is overpriced.
I know there's some like vinyl paper. I'm like, sis, come on. Vinyl
I shouldn't.
paper.
I should turn the camera around and show my like
You can.
700 stacks of Cricket stuff.
Yeah, you're
I
like
got a
everything
fucking
Cricket has it expensive owns
yeah. It
every
is.
piece of their
It,
inventory.
well, to be fair, I bought my actual Cricut secondhand. The girl was like, "My sister's never going to use this," and so
Mhm.
she sold it to me for $100.
Was
It's like a fucking iron, basically. Except I can't iron actual clothes with it. It's only good for ironing on like um heat activated vinyl because
mhm.
it's giant and it's like an 8-inch square. So I can't iron anything else with it. But so for all intents and purposes, I don't own an iron except I own a completely giant
Like a
iron
useless
that's not
Cricut
useful.
giant iron. Oh, Cricut, please sponsor us. You made me a shirt, and then some of the little guys peeled off. Actually, a lot of the little guys peeled off. But it was so cute. We went to Disney and Universal with our matching shirts.
We did,
That
we
was so
did.
fun. I was crying. Should we go to our question of the week or do you want to take a break?
Go to the question of the week. Actually, take a break. I have to pee.
Okay. Quick break and then we'll be back after our sponsors say nothing because we have no sponsors.